Mama, if you want, and I take off idiot.
Good afternoon, welcome to Haphazard News, Idiot Thing, Roots, absolutely all of these feature right now on the 96.1 FM dial. Remember, you can definitely, contact us if it is that there's something going on in your ear. The last time Jason called us and let us know what was going on downtown. Bless up yourself, Sir Jason. Don't know if you want to do that again. But I want to say welcome one and all. The number to call 876 or WhatsApp. You can WhatsApp us 225-9478. That's 876-225-9478 if you want to be a part of the Haphazard News today and let us know if anything good. So if it's good, that's rootsy. If it's something bad, Lord, idiot thing. Can't put it in the idiot thing. All right. So we I'm not gonna be alone today. All right. So wanna bless up our presenter and we can't call him reporter now. Journalists and all these things. Sir Jeffrey Tavares, our international correspondent, on and also who's our host, presenter, producer, reporter. All right.
Not so much title.
So bless up, welcome.
Good afternoon, Owen. Thank you for having me. Before we go any further, I must say my condolence to the Hammonds family in Westmoreland. Former Central Westmoreland Member of Parliament Russell Hammonds, who passed away on Friday night at the University Hospital. He is the person who molded me, in a sense, to love politics.
Wow.
He was the first person who put me on a political platform to give a speech.
What a thing.
And when I was finished, I said, I didn't do good. He said, no, you did well. So I must say my condolences to his family, his wife, and his kids. He has been like a father figure to me in the sense of, so many aspects of my life, he has been there for me. And I must say my condolences to his son, Kevin, and the rest of the family, his wife, and so forth.
Wow. Whenever we hear of somebody, not being here again, we're like, wow, we definitely have to look on then know the impact they've made, and he has made a very good impact on your life.
Yes, he has.
Ensuring that you are one that love politics, because of him.
Indeed.
And that's
indeed.
good.
You know something, Owen, and not only for the love of politics, but the love of country and for the people of Westmoreland. Russell Hammonds has been an icon, a son of the soil, and he has served the people of Western and Central Westmoreland well as a businessman. When you see, when you hear about Hammond's Pastry, Hammond's Patty Shop, that's Russell Hammonds, and he has been a person who you can go to about anything. He's there for you. And he only served one term as a member of parliament, but yet he was still a member of parliament in the sense, because every night, every week, every funeral, he's there. He is there for the people, and he's a person of the people and for the and by the people. So my condolence to his family and the entire Westmoreland and family who has lost a son who has served the people of this country and the people of Westmoreland well. He's a businessman, a man who not only take his business for himself, but he has business all over Jamaica, in a sense. He has business in Negril. And I think he has business somewhere in the United States, I'm not sure. But he has served his people well. And Russell Hammonds has been a person who, as I said before, everybody used to dub him as the Roger Clark of the Labour Party government, or the Labour Party field. But Russell Hammonds has been a person who, believe you me, he when I heard about his passing, tears came to my eyes because he's a person you can sit down to and speak to about anything. You didn't know if Russell was a labor writer or a painter. He was there for everybody. And my heart goes out to his family. He has been ailing for a while. He has been ailing for a long, long while. And, you know, we have lost somebody who has been there through thick and thin. We're going to switch conversation. I'm still waiting for Mr. Brown to come on. Apparently, he went to do something. I don't know if something is wrong with the radio station, but we're going to switch gear to the news of the day that is going on, wherein, you know, people are speaking about the Bail Act. People are speaking about the constitutionality of the SOE and other things that is going on within our country. You know, and over the weekend, you heard that an American citizen was gunned down in his house. You know, it is not good for our country, you know. These things are not good for Jamaica at all. When you hear about people, you know, being gunned down because of what? Stupidness. I don't know why these people believe that they can go around, and I think that is why they want to have the state of emergency. But state of emergency is not helping our country in a sense. It can't be that we the only fighting that we have is having SOE. It cannot be. It cannot be that is the only fighting apparatus, fighting tool that we have to fight crime in our country is SOE. No. And when you have a gun amnesty and the borders around your country are not secure, it makes absolutely no sense. This is my opinion. It makes absolutely no sense for you to have gun amnesty and you're having a gun amnesty, but yet the borders around our countries is unsecure. Hey, Mr. Brown?
Well, they're saying that the amnesty, to some extent, was for like persons who really kind of have a gun at home. Probably a father or somebody died, a relative died and left it there. And they got someone over 100. They were saying over 100 guns were taken in following the amnesty. So it was that. Well, matter of fact, we're getting a call. Let me answer this call. Good afternoon. Welcome to Haphazard News, Roots. Absolutely.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Brown. Good afternoon.
What's going on, Sir Jason?
Yes, I'm giving thanks for this mission Monday until Miss Isis Miller years. They said they talk about what's happening in the community. I mean, the surrounding of downtown.
Yes.
Commercial business area. A lot of the business people, they are so up, and the stores are so filled. So you have to be careful in this silly season.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The Christmas work continue to release. Some of the inner city in downtown, they are chopping out and they are painting the sidewalk, pedestrian sidewalk. So downtown is kind of busy and the country is just busy. But I don't see they are releasing the money. Yes, I don't see a lot of cash is releasing, like some.
So you're not getting any of the cash that's releasing?
Coming up.
Huh?
Yes, so we have to be on guard in this silly.
No. I was asking if you're not getting any of the cash. You know, I would love some too. You know. Oh God. So Jason, like, see what if we lost just a while ago. You were saying that, you know, see what if some cash releasing. So I really wanted to get my share of that.
Of that cash, indeed.
You know, don't it? And I'm sure probably Jeffrey would want some too. But as he's mentioning, you know, things are okay downtown. He's always giving us an update on what's going on, and that's what we are talking about. If it is that you're seeing what's going on in your area, you can definitely touch base. As he's saying, the silly season is here. We are at the 20. We're 20 days before the Christmas, right? So we're at the 5th. So We have just about 20 days to go. And can you imagine, we want persons to be careful on the road. Quickly, just a second though, we got an advisory from the National Water Commission for persons there in the Rocky Valley area in St. Andrew, Rocky Valley. And they're inviting persons to come out to a community meeting that they'll be having. And it will be on Monday, December 12th at the Rocky Valley Community Center there in Stony Hill, Rocky Valley, Stony Hill. It will be at 6 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, so the NWC is saying that persons should come out and engage the NWC team as they take their questions and concerns. They will also give an update on NWC operations within the area, and they're looking forward to sharing the discussion. As a matter of fact, I think Dolly Thompson told me that they were also thinking of regularizing a number of the residents there. A number of the residents may not be on the right system. So they'll be speaking about paying for, and getting their service regularized. So persons there in Rocky Valley, if you're there in Stony Hill in that area and you're listening, just be out at the meeting on next Monday at 6 o'clock to hear what the NWC is saying regarding, the connection and otherwise.
But Owen, it's a shame, This country is well renowned as land of wood and water. And half of Jamaica don't have running water in their pipe. The breadbasket capital of St. Elizabeth don't have running water to produce our food. And every year they talk about drought, every year is the same thing over and over. And we spend billions and billions of dollars in this country. And we're well renowned as a land of wood and water. So logwood and no water. God help us.
Oh God. Well, so Jeffrey, there has been it has been quite an interesting weekend, right? We're gonna
Indeed.
right? Because we were hearing of sounds of a strike. One voice group was saying, guess what? They're not hearing much from the authorities. They're not sure exactly what's going on. And to some extent, members were saying that they were going to be on a strike today. That was one group. Other groups have distanced themselves. And they're saying, guess what? We're not a part of that. We are in discussion with the government. And the government said today they will be going to cabinet and discussing the payment plan. But then again, this is also on the backdrop of the justice minister making a pronouncement that, guess what? They should not come to the government about a payment plan. They should go to the courts. And the man said, all right, guess what? Even to prove that it's the courts it should go to is extending the time for them, giving them the chance, having night court and weekend court, traffic court, so that they can go ahead and pay. I don't know if that's the payment plan, but
there won't be a payment plan, Owen.
Take on that, yeah.
There won't be a payment plan. There will never be one. And the two other transport sector, JATU, and I will not apologize. Now, these are my views, not Roots FM views. This is my view. Between JATU and Newman Group, TADS, they're playing politics. These two groups are playing politics with the business of the bus and taxi operators in this country. They want to look good in the sight of politicians. And it's full time to stop this nonsense. If they can't come together, you think government is going to take them seriously? They will never take them seriously. And as far as I see it, these two other groups, the VP for JATU and the president for the Transport Development Sustainable Services, they are playing politics. They are playing politics. Why can't they sit down and organize something? Why can't they sit down and talk about something? Some of them, you know what, Jeffrey, don't say what you want to say. Because as far as I see it, if you are fighting for the taxi group, you're fighting for the bus and taxi operators, and you're calling yourself presidents and VPs and all kind of P's and all kind of thing. Come on. The time has come for us to come together. We can't continue like this as a people. One taxi group running the other way, the other taxi group going the other way. Make any sense? It makes absolutely no sense, Mr. Brown. How can you have one person get up and say, okay, they haven't heard anything from the government? And by the way, the General Secretary of the Transport Operator Development Sustainable Services said on my program a couple of days ago that she and Edgerton Newman written a letter to the Prime Minister of Jamaica. They gave it to the Deputy Prime Minister. Until this blessed day, they have heard nothing about it. I heard Mr. Finnegan in a different radio station this morning speaking that they have written numerous letters. He and Edgerton Newman walked down to the Ministry of National Security, deliver a letter there. He and Edgerton Newman walked down to the Ministry of Justice, deliver a letter there. And they walked somewhere else. Edgerton Newman claims that he bring a letter to the Prime Minister's office. Until now, you hear nothing from those letters. Nothing. Come on.
Aye. Well, you're right. There was a letter that was submitted. Not sure the content of it. But one thing, is that until there is some level of unison in this whole thing, it will not have the impact, because I know that yesterday, as Mr. Newman described them as the breakaway group, they went to, I think, TVJ and CVM, two media houses, and they to some extent got the chance to voice their growth. And Mr. Finnegan, they are from the One Voice group. He spoke about some of the things on the concerns that they have, and to some extent kind of hinted that there will be some level of action today, right? And following I'm telling you, man, following that, there was voice notes circulating of information circulating from other groups. So guess what? They're hearing of a strike pending, and they're not participating in it. The issue, is that everybody will benefit if it is that this payment plan is done. But we're not sure exactly what is the position. As you're saying, you definitely, Jeffrey, made a statement that they won't. I'm still trying to figure out if they will, because one, as I'm saying, different ministers within cabinet, they've been saying different things, right? It's not just about the justice minister. You've heard other ministers outside of the transport minister even making any statement. And the man that should be making the statement is the transport minister. We've heard statements from Floyd Green. Floyd Green is not a transport minister, right?
And
Justice minister, we've heard statements from Mr. Warmington. And
but not only that, Owen, when a senior member of the cabinet, a man as Delroy Truck, who is Minister of Justice, and the ticketing system lies under his ministry.
That's right.
So when he comes out and said that
the payment plan,
pardon me?
I'm saying they would have to speak to him about anything. Yeah, because
when he comes out and said that there will not be any, I mean, come on, read between the lines. They have answered you, and they keep on saying that cabinet gonna meet and whatever. Mr. Newman keep on saying that he has insight, intelligence that they're gonna meet and they're gonna this. Come on. The Minister of Transportation haven't responded. And by the way, Mr. Finnegan said he wants to, you don't mind Mr. Finnegan come on, he just sent me a message a while ago. Let's see if we get in contact with him, yes. And when you have, yes. Good afternoon, Mr. Finnegan. You're live on Roots FM.
Hi.
Mr. Finnegan?
Oh.
Hello, Mr. Finnegan? Uh-oh. I think we have lost him.
Yeah, let us try and get him back, yeah?
Go ahead, Owen. Let's see if I can get him back.
It would be good to hear it, side, because I know that yesterday there was to some extent that level
If you can get him now.
persons came out, some operators came out, and they were saying today is D-Day, and they were saying yes. What is the action? Yeah, today they will stay home, but it's quite disheartening when they're seeing everybody else is working, and the ones and twos that say they probably won't work. They're wondering why. Because they're there and they can't move. They said that they're not going to move, but everybody else is moving. So I think the attempted strike is another fail to some extent, because they're seeing where majority of the operators are actually out there working. And
And that is to be Mr. Finnegan just said he has a signal problem. So I guess we won't have him on. And that is the thing, And the funniest thing, if you call out to and by the way, what we must understand that the ticket is not only for bus and taxi drivers. There are other citizens in our country who drive private vehicle who has gotten tickets. So if the transport sector is calling for an amnesty or a payment plan, it goes towards other people too. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. And for them to keep on saying, the president to keep on saying, hold on. Don't get me wrong, I am not all for any burning of tires or whatever, Don't get me wrong. If they want to pull off peacefully. But it cannot be that the two other transport group, JATU, that is run by Louis Barton and Mr. Styles, and the Transport Development Society, which is run by Edgerton Newman. It can't be that everybody's so divided, all because one group said that they can't stay in one group because that group is not running properly. That group is all about government, so that they decided to just go away and form a group and have a group named One Voice, and Edgerton Newman going to chatting all kind of damn nonsense. We need to organize ourselves properly.
Yeah, definitely.
Organize.
I agree with you. Yeah, that's one thing that's needed. Yeah.
And if we don't organize, Mr. Brown,
if it is that by the end of this week, there will be that disclosure as to what is the next step. If A, the payment plan is approved, or B, the payment plan not even on the board. So
I don't think so.
Let us see what will happen.
When you hear the Justice Minister say something like that, we must take it. We mustn't. I don't really think so. I really don't, Mr. Brown. I don't think we're gonna get any.
All right. We have so much going on right now. Wanna say condolences, and as you were mentioning, a death earlier. Wanna also say condolences to dancehall artist Idona. Saw a post of him losing his son. I think the post said his wife and his son. I'm yet to confirm if his wife also, but wanna say condolences to him. The report said that they were ailing for some time, so it's quite unfortunate that he has lost his son, bringing his strength. And we've seen where a number of dancehall artists, persons in the music fraternity, they've to some extent poured in the level of support for him, and I love that.
Yes,
they've come on board and they're saying bring his strength and encouraging him because it's not a easy task to lose a child, you know.
No, I mean, I have never,
Wanna pray
I don't have a child for myself.
as he is going through this level of experience right now, you know.
Yes.
Not easy thing to lose somebody.
No, it's not. And not only that, Mr. Brown, as we talk about that, we must talk about what is going on within the Ministry of Health, where the cleaner is reporting that there are some facilities that the bathroom facilities are in a deplorable condition. And yet the ministry gets how much $1 billion towards coronavirus and whatever.
Yes.
And
And
billions of dollars that's going down the drain. And the medical facilities in the work.
and you know, it's a it's an issue where I know a lot of persons, if they go to certain places, they won't use the public bathroom, you know, or the bathroom, because it's a problem. The upkeep along with other things. You definitely have to have management of those facilities, you know. You can't just have it up like that.
Indeed.
You know, in like probably say the Alpha Tree Transport Center, when you go there, somebody's there and they're manning it and they check and they clean. So when you go in there, despite it being such a busy place at times, you may be wondering, but at least they still monitor and they clean as best as possible, right? So it won't be that bad as you probably are expecting. In our hospital, it should be one of the places that it's spick and span.
Yeah, because
Have somebody monitoring because remember, you know, it's hospital. You don't want any bacterial outbreak. You don't want any issues like that to happen. You don't want a person to say, boy, them use the bathroom, and because of that, them get sick because of even the same bathroom. That's at a hospital. No, man, it can't be. You should have the best facilities and ensure that the place is clean. Because
you know,
it's not an easy thing, you know.
You know, Owen, and that is why so many bacteria are in our medical institution in this country. Because as far as I see it, it seems as if, and to me, it go back down to the administration's previous and present, because they can jump on a private jet paid by the taxpayers of this country and fly off to Miami and get medical care. They don't give a kahuna about the people of this country. So the health sector is at work.
Yeah.
The Minister of Health doesn't use the bathroom facilities. The permanent secretary doesn't use the bathroom facilities. In their office, they have a crystal clear ceramic toilet, you know, that they use inside their office. So the poor pauperizing people who use the medical facilities in this country. They don't care what they want to sit down on. They don't care about inside there. And all they can hear is how much money going on the drain. How much money they collect. They collect billions and billions and billions of dollars. Where is the money going? Our education system, our teachers not getting any pay. Teachers up by Seaford High School in St. Thomas haven't gotten paid in how many months? I don't hear the Minister of Education say anything about it. The health sector, bathrooms now fixed. Look on KPH, it's in a disgrace. The security system in our country, Corporal James calling for help and nobody paying us any money.
I remember the other day too when there was which one of the I'm trying to remember which one of the medical facilities, but rain was falling and the roof leaking, the roof is like
It's KPH, man. The Kingston Public Hospital.
the roof leaking.
And
I believe it's a medical facility, you know.
Between the Prime Minister, between the Governor General and the Prime Minister, the Minister of Health, and the opposition leader, they're talking about a 2030 vision to live and work. Live and work where? Are they living in a dream world? They do not see what is going on in this country. The education system, our teachers who teach us, who teach our children, haven't gotten paid. I don't hear the Minister of Education says nothing about it. Some teachers at Seaford High School in St. Thomas hasn't gotten paid from when? Teachers are leaving the education institution to go overseas. Nurses are leaving. Is it that the ministers and the prime minister, they're not seeing it, they're not hearing it, and they just don't care?
Don't know exactly
I
what's
don't
going on.
know.
Too
We're
much-
faced with a problem in this country, Mr. Brown. A
And I don't-
serious problem.
They have so much work that they can't, you know.
Who much work for do? And like, hello, they only meet 2 times a week in parliament, you know, to do the people's business, you know.
God. Yes. They should have time.
That's the only time they meet 2 times a week to do the people's business in the parliament. They don't meet. They don't meet every day like the American Congress or the Senate. 2 times a week. And then when I hear is the water facility and blah blah. All those in favor? You never hear nay yet. Aye.
Eyes have it.
The eyes have it.
That's right. The eyes have it.
How on earth can you have a country well renowned as the land of wood and water, and in 21st century Jamaica, have our country not have water? The bread basket part of St. Elizabeth don't have any water in there, in the pipe. And we're talking about a 2030 vision. I think there's something wrong with me, because I'm not see the 2030 vision.
We have a little way to go. I'm telling you, we have some way to go, you know. So I'm telling you, we have so much things to work on, so much things to fix, so much things that going on, so much things should be going on. It's just too much, you know. And Jamaica, we need to reach a place. And as you're saying, the 2030 vision, are we able to really achieve those goals? And I think what's the shortfall is that we're not able to implement things effectively or efficiently. Where look at just the simple court thing, you know, just even the same traffic ticket thing. They're saying that there will be they soon will be ensuring persons can, I think, see their thing electronically and probably make payments. And I'm saying, like, we're in 2022. They should have been gone from all long, right? Most of our government institutions should have the level of technology and should be retrofitted with information technology that, you know, any service, every service, you should be able to easily have access to it online, right? And,
Yes.
and instead of having all of these kind of we call it now archaic thing, they have to go through book, and a lot of times when persons pay, they say they don't see it and they have to repay again. No, you don't need stuff like that. You need to ensure that there's some level of accountability when it come on to some of these ticket things.
But Mr. Brown, the system has a glitch in it from in the 1990s.
But that's what I'm saying. They need an upgrade. They need to change out those things. They need to.
And the fact of the matter is, does the Minister of Justice and the Prime Minister know about this? Why they come out and say they have to pay for it? Look how much money they collect over the years for traffic ticket. You're saying to me they can't buy a brand new system? And they can't do something about it? Come on. And they keep on telling the people that better must come. Prosperity. Every 5 years they come with some nonsense. Fly the gate, let in the pirate. Fresh Prince time. Prosperity time. What the PNP coming with now?
Time come.
Time come. Owen, I mean, listen to me. We are faced with some serious problem in this country. Some serious questions need to be asked and some answers need to be given to the people of this country. It can't be that you have a ticketing system has a glitch in it and they keep on collecting money and nothing is being done about it.
They need to sort it out, man. They need to set it up. They need to sort it out. It can't be. You know, it can't be that one man paying for one ticket 3 times, 4 times. Man actually went in, did the time for the ticket, pay off. When him come out, them and him stop him again. Them say, "Oh, him have a warrant." The man said, "No, but me spend time for this, we pay for this. It shouldn't be on the system." And then that's what I'm saying. It cannot be that the information cannot be streamlined to whatever technology the police using now, because apparently the police is using some level of technology. So with this technology, something wrong, some now update, something now, some data now go right. If I'm
not only that,
in the time in pay off, and it's not supposed to be on the system.
And not only that, Mr. Brown, you have some tickets on it failing our appointed to obstruct or something like this, sir. It's either you're obstructing traffic or not obstructing traffic. Is either commit the murder and I don't commit the murder. So the police are writing some stupidness on the tickets too. That makes absolutely no sense. Wasting taxpayers' time, wasting the court time, and our judicial system in this country is not for the poor class of Jamaicans, it's for the people of the Vumvava and the Vumvavi.
Yeah, but the justice system needs an overall. That's what I think. And when we mean overall in how they operate, because it can be where you cannot have virtual. Well, now I saw that they've used it in the Klansman trial where the witness was not in there.
Mm-hmm.
But they need to have that retrofitted in most of the facilities. I don't know if all of them have internet. That's even something
but Owen,
all of them have internet. If all of them have computer, because based on what's going on, if fire to ever strike any one of those places, a problem, because a lot of the information, they're not to some extent backed up on a database. And so
not only that,
they need to have an overall. They have persons who are graduating from Heart. Get some of those persons who are graduating from Heart doing data entry. Get them in those facilities, man, and make sure them input data as best as possible or as much as possible, so that persons can easily go online. If it is that they're searching for a case, they can go online and see it.
But not only that, Mr. Brown. We have the courts are not computerized. The police have some big book from in the 18th centuries.
Just I think it was just this year the piloting a thing where they have a new login system. They don't have to use that book. I don't know. Just
Not all of them have it.
A pilot.
And you have some courthouses that built from the 18th centuries, way before Femi and Mama and Papa Ban. Huh? I want to talk about 23rd Division. When a thing as our justice system, a thing as our police stations are not computerized. I'm not talking about 23rd Division. Sitting wrong with we.
And a justice system where we have charges that are still at $4 Jamaican, are still at $100 Jamaican, depending on
a man who commit a crime with a passport, a fraudulent passport, went away to Barbados, came back to Jamaica, and the Minister of Justice, Delroy Chuck, said on a nationwide, and a radio station rather, that he is going to go to Parliament to pass legislation because the notorious criminal was only charged $100 Jamaican dollars.
How many years ago that? And it's still on the
still in the system.
We have a Minister of Constitution and Legal Affairs that should be going on and update. All no, we don't hear nothing. We don't hear nothing about updated the constitution. We don't hear anything about referendum. We don't hear nothing about nothing like that. So So what is she doing? I don't know. Maybe then there's too much outdated laws that she has to try and go through. We are so behind with this 2030 thing. I don't know if we can really make it.
And not only that, Mr. Brown. Not only that, Mr. Brown. The Minister of Constitution and Legal Affairs is a former judge. But what they are hell-bent on doing is to breach the constitution of the Jamaican people. There's a new bail act out, Mr. Brown. And if you read it, believe you me, there's some things in it that, honestly, it is not for the poor class of Jamaicans. They are, and not only that, we have a prime minister who continue breaching the rights of the Jamaican people. And the Attorney General, who's the chief lawyer for Jamaica, not saying nothing about it. We have a governor general who keep on signing off on these SOE and He keep on doing it, infringing on the rights of the people of this country. And nothing is being done. And every 5 years, Jamaica go back and vote for these people. Corruption stink. There is no justice for the poor people in this country. The ticketing system for everybody who get a ticket, it has a glitch in it. From the 1990s to the two political parties knows about it. And they keep on raping the economy of this country. They keep on collecting money, and they know it is illegal. And we sit down in this country and accept what is going on in this country, Mr. Brown. Something is wrong with us. What kind of 23rd division are we talking about?
It's a far way, to really getting that vision done or fulfilled, I must say. But why? So much more to be done. So much more to be done.
This new bail act, Mr. Brown, we have to be very careful, If I drive, and I keep on saying this, I drive my convertible BMW in the heart of Harvard Trent about a pharmacy down there. Go inside the pharmacy to collect something and come out, and somebody should put a gun on my seat and they stop me. What happened? They lock me up until they investigate it. So in other words, they can lock me up for all a year without even charge me. In which modern democracy this nonsense continue to happen more in Jamaica? We must stop this PNP and JLP nonsense in this country and speak about the rights of the people of this country.
Well, it's just about 10 minutes to the hour of 2 o'clock. Can you imagine? The time just move like that, right? But persons, be careful on the road. If it's not gun and all these things, we see where the road taking a lot of lives. Silly season coming up, a lot of persons will be on the road. Please be careful. Just on the weekend, we saw where the head of Mayberry, Christopher Berry, I'm trying to remember his last name. He was in a major accident. He had to do some scan, and I'm telling you, it's not a good look, right? We don't know what happened. Apparently, the vehicle out of control. It looks like a fast car, though. It looks like a very fast car that he's driving. But we're grateful that he's alive. Could have been otherwise. It could have been worse. But he said that he was going through some scans and other things, and he's not feeling too bad, but shaken up. So I'm saying, persons, be careful, man. We're hearing too many fatalities and too many crash on. Just there last night, Waltham and Washington Boulevard intersection. Apparently, I don't know if the man was sleeping or something, but him knock over the person died.
But not only that, Mr. Brown. Not only that, Mr. Brown. The cars that is being made nowadays are fiberglass,
They're light.
They're fiberglass. There's no iron in the front of it, like the old Morris Oxford them and the old Leland trucks not the old Leland truck. The old Morris Oxford, the old Aston Cambridge. It's some old tough iron when you lick you.
Yeah, man.
These cars in lick now, you're dead.
Yeah.
And they must understand that these cars, when I see them like that, they look pretty. They're just paper.
So be careful. And worse if your vehicle fast. A lot of them fast carrier, they will make them lighter. So you have to be careful. It's the silly season also, and persons, if you're going to shop online, be careful of some of the links. Be careful of some of the, if it is not a reputable online platform to shop, please don't trust it. You may purchase and you see other things coming off of your card and you don't know what it is. So you have to definitely be careful, because we have some cyber criminals out there that they will try as best as possible to try and get out all of the money out of your account. And please be vigilant. And I would recommend everybody to have an online platform for their bank. So if it is that there's a transaction, you will get a text message or you can get an email, so you'd know exactly what's going on. Yes, and as I said that, Sir Jeffrey, want to say to the banks, please ensure that the messages are sent immediately. I've seen where persons have, and even myself, you withdraw now, and then now is what time? About 1 o'clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you reach home, probably about 7 o'clock, you see a message coming about withdrawal for 1 o'clock, you know. So you know, seeing that, you know, it's like an hysteria, like, but no man, who this take out? No, when you realize it's you, please ensure that the message is instant, because that can cause some persons to wonder if somebody taking out the money, because sometimes person don't even remember they take it out. So I know that as I said, it's good to have the alert, but ensure that the alerts are on time.
But Mr. Brown, Jamaica has some banking act from the 18th century, you know. That has never been amended, you know. From Wapi Kill Philip.
Yeah.
And government continue giving banking license, not to suit the people of this country, you know, but to suit the people who own the banks. These things have been going on for years upon years upon years. That's why the bank can continue talking about a surplus of interest of how many billion they have gained, that have profit they have made. Billions and billions of dollars. If you have 1 chupans halfpenny in your bank account and you don't put no money in there, but you go back the chupans halfpenny done, and then lock the bank. So poor sister Tem now have nothing in the bank account because they got hold of sister Tem chupans halfpenny.
Yeah, they need to update it, man. One person that we can definitely say has been championing the cause and speaking out against some of the things. You know, Fitz Jackson. Yeah. He's the man about the banks. When you're talking about train and transportation, is a Mike Henry. Just like that, you can say. You can say
Mr. Mike Henry.
The bank man, yeah.
And by the way, talking about Lester Mike Henry, who is 80-something years old, I see wherein the Minister of Local Government, Sir Desmond McKenzie, celebrated his 70th birthday.
Oh, wow.
And my birthday is going to be the 9th of December. I'll be 93 years old.
No reach there yet. You know, but and as you mentioned that, you know, I think Senator Bunting, he was making a suggestion in the Senate that there should be either a term limit or a retirement age for parliamentarians.
Of course.
And that should have been if we talk about 23rd division, that should be in it. So when you reach at least 70, right? So they don't want to stop at 65. 65, you're still agile and you can do whatever. 70. Ensure that you have a continuation. So you don't say one man in there, one chairman for life or whatever it is until man ever come out in a wheelchair. No. So that young people come in the thing, man. You know? New vision, new idea.
So hold on there, Owen. You have Desmond, who is 70 years old. You have Babsy, who is 70-something. You have Manayard, who is 70-something. You have Lester Michael, who is 80-something. You have Delroy Chuck, who is 70-something. You have Carl Samuda, who is 70-something. Now tell me something now. You have Manny PNP, somebody who is 70-something too. Now tell me something now. You made laws at age 65 you must retire. But you don't sit down in the same way.
That's exactly.
You see what's going on?
Yeah.
God help us in this country. They make laws to suit themselves and themselves only.
So and I think they should make a law for themselves too. If it is that they don't want to stop at 6, as I said before, 65, make it at least 70. That's the least.
Of course.
And have term limits, yeah.
Of course. But remember, the Prime Minister said in his first 100 days, he'll be putting things in place in legislation. And the Governor General said it in his throne speech that they're going to be a term limit for prime ministers. The Governor General of Jamaica need to answer to the people of this country. You're the chief servant, Governor General.
And fixed date too. And fixed date to remember.
A fixed date.
Yeah.
Yes. You need to answer to the people of this country, Governor General. In your throne speech, you said it. How is it that the Prime Minister hasn't put anything in place for term limits and prime ministers? And all of these old people in Parliament who push them out in a wheelchair in a Pampers. 70-year-old. Then for sit down and make their grandparents along with them. And I can't come about now them now bow to no taxi group. 70-something-year-old. You know things that some of them they start no member sitting. Maybe the man who talk about the taxi group, the member says a taxi group, you know. Come to think of it. You don't know. Because he's 70 and his brain going.
Yeah. it's 2 minutes to 2 minutes to the hour of 2 o'clock. Well, we out of time. So we're gonna say thank you all so much. Wow, we're gonna try and see if we can get the GIS in before. Thank you all so much for joining us, Sir Jeffrey. Persons who were on the social media platforms, persons who are streaming with us, persons who are on the radio dial 96.1. Thank you so much for joining us. Tomorrow, at 2 o'clock, we will have the Inner City Vibe with the Prince of Afternoon Radio, DJ String. He'll be coming on to give you some good music into 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, Youth Talk, and from 5 to 6, and then from 6 to 8, we have Portia Jam, and then from 8 to midnight, we have Dalton Screechy with some good music for you right to midnight. So that's the programming for the rest of the day. And tomorrow we have Make We Talk. Remember, Make We Talk tomorrow at 10 a.m. That's 11 a.m. to midday. So 11 a.m. to midday. You can join Jeffrey Tavares with that conversation, tomorrow. Just quickly state the conversation for tomorrow.
Tomorrow conversation will be the Bail Act and also the billions of dollars that went down the drain under this administration. I'll be having with me former FBI agent Wilfred Radigan, and also an attorney at law to speak to us about the new Bail Act, a Jamaican attorney at law. So tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and Make We Talk on Route 96.1 FM.